What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Joseph, and today I want to share with you all of my female character pops. I have quite a few, and I just want to go over some of these with you really quickly. All right, first pop on the list is from the Batman. It is Selina Kyle. Now, she is referred to as Selina Kyle and not Catwoman because that's not officially her name yet in the movie, but we all know this is Catwoman. I really enjoy Zoe Kravitz's depiction of this character. Really good, and I hope to see her come back more and eventually get her own movie. This may redeem the Halle Berry Catwoman. If you haven't seen it, you may not want to look at it. It's not that great. Or go ahead and check it out. Next pop comes from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and this is Spider-Gwen. She was first introduced as Spider-Gwen, but now she goes by the name Ghost Spider. I've always liked the design of this character. Right? And she was Spider-Man's first girl, or one of his first girlfriends, major girlfriend, who was actually killed by the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin found out Spider-Man's secret identity and then realized that he can use Gwen Stacy as a bargaining chip. And he captured her, tossed her from a bridge. Spider-Man went to save her, but eventually he tried to save her with his webs, and he was still young and inexperienced, so the web caught her, but her neck was snapped in the process and she died. One of my favorite characters is Wasp. You may know her from Ant-Man and the Wasp or from the original lineup of the Avengers. This is Hope Van Dyne, which is actually the daughter of Janet Van Dyne. Right. This is their version of Wasp. Now in the comics, Janet Van Dyne is different. She wears a different costume, but she is also known as Wasp. So there's the original Janet Van Dyne and Hope. This next character is a fan favorite from DC and Teen Titans. Now, this is Raven. Raven is a character that's kind of dark into the mystic arts, but this particular version of Raven comes from the episode The Night Begins to Shine, when they went into like this 80s rock band called BER Universe and kind of like just rocked out. It had different powers, like an old throwback to the 80s movies and cartoons. And this is the Raven from The Night Begins to Shine. I love this version of her from Teen Titans Go. This one was a rare find to get. They do have all of the Teen Titans Go versions of the characters, but one will be really hard to find right now, which is Cyborg, and it was a Toys R Us exclusive. The following character is one that's getting a lot of notoriety as of lately, and that is Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. She's getting a Disney Plus show coming very soon. And this is the Kamala Khan version of Ms. Marvel from the Avengers game. She is an Inhuman, and she has this really unique power called Embiggen, where she can kind of stretch and enlarge certain parts of her body. Different than Mr. Fantastic, who can kind of change, but very similar in the makeup. And see, this is the Kamala Khan version from the Marvel Avengers game. All right. This one is Captain Marvel, but a different version of Captain Marvel. This is Dark Captain Marvel. Several years ago, a book came out where she was contacted by one of the Kree, which is part of her bloodline, and they turned her evil and had her fight all of the Avengers. This was a Funko Pop exclusive from the Funko Con that comes out every now and again. And I was able to order this and get it right before they kind of sold out. I was very lucky to get this Funko exclusive. It's a Funko limited edition convention special. This next character is one that was featured exclusively in the Disney Plus WandaVision episode. This is Wanda in the 70s, and this one I really like because this shows Wanda, a pregnant Wanda, with the twins. So there is a set. There was Wanda, 70s Wanda, and 70s Vision. But I love this one. I think this is the very first pregnant Funko Pop. I don't think they've ever had anyone before this one. I like it because it's very unique. Continuing with my What If Funko Pops, this is the Black Widow. They call her the Black Widow, the Apocalypse version, from the last 2 episodes of Disney Plus What If show. This was an exclusive that came in the Marvel Collector's Core box. Right, and she looks a little more damaged, a little more rugged, because in this version, her Earth had been destroyed by Ultra Vision, which is like the Ultron Vision masterpiece that had all the Infinity Stones. She was left abandoned, and now she was plucked and put back into another universe by the Watcher where she could survive. Hope to see more of this character and possibly in the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange. This next character is one from the Shang-Chi movie. So in the movie, Shang-Chi had a best friend named Katie. And this is a Target exclusive version of Katie. So she's not in any action pose. She doesn't have on a really cool, funky outfit. It's just her holding a fire hydrant. It's an interesting pop, but I thought it was unique because it was a Target exclusive. There is another version of Katie with her outfit when she was fighting using a bow and arrow. But I like this because it's like the casual one. She has a little fanny pack and a fire hydrant. It's kind of like when they were on that really cool action scene on the bus in San Francisco. Continuing with my Shang-Chi Funko Pops, this is another one that is an exclusive from the Marvel Collector's Core box. This is Ji Lang, and I may be mispronouncing her name wrong. This is Shang-Chi's sister, and she's in the outfit when she was doing her fighting tournament. I really enjoyed that scene because it showed several battles. You got to see the Abomination versus Wong, and there was rumor that there was a possible Deadpool cameo, but we haven't confirmed that yet. So they had all these different people fighting, and it was like this superhero fight club, if you will, and she was in charge of it. No spoilers, but there was an interesting scene with her at the end regarding this whole fight club and what's going to happen next with the 10 rings. All right, I got a treat for you. This is one of my signed Funko Pops. This is Nikia from Black Panther movie. Nikia has been T'Challa's love interest for a while in the movie. She was also a spy for Wakanda. She would help go on missions. So several years ago when I went to Comic-Con, C2E2, Christopher Priest was one of the people who helped create Nikia, Dora Milaje, Killmonger. He was there, and I had this pop, and I had him sign it. So this is the signed Nikia pop from Black Panther. I love her African garb, her outfit she's wearing, and I didn't realize it in the very first time I saw the movie, but I love the scene where Nikia, Okoye, and Black Panther are in the casino, and each of them were wearing the colors of the African flag. So you had T'Challa in the black, Nikia was in the green, and Okoye had the red. I thought that was a nice little nod to the African flag. Another What If episode, Disney Plus series pop, is the Marvel Zombies. So I love the Marvel Zombies. I really love the book and the graphic novel. And this version of her was an interesting one, which was a zombie Scarlet Witch. This was not in the comics as much, but in the show. And she was one of the most dangerous characters in there. This is the Disney Plus version of Wanda zombified. I feel really lucky to have gotten this version of Wanda because I was looking for it. I've seen some of the other characters. They have a zombified Captain America, Steve Rogers, Sam, Falcon. They also have Iron Man. But the Wanda one was the one everybody was looking for. And when I saw this on the shelf, I had to grab it. Okay. We're getting down to our last couple of pops. This next pop is one you will probably see this character in the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder movie. This is the female version of Thor. She had a great arc. You can check out one of my previous videos with strong female protagonists where I do a whole breakdown of her and her graphic novel. This is an exclusive Marvel Collector's Core version of Thor, the female Thor. This was the first pop of the female Thor that ever came out. So in this particular box, it was two rare characters. It was the female Thor and the first ever Miles Morales pop. There's several now, but this was the very first one. This was from the Marvel Secret Wars graphic novel. This is the sequel to the original Secret Wars that took place in the 80s where Spider-Man got his black suit for the first time. This one was really cool. I won't give it a whole lot away, but Doom actually was able to put a whole planet together based off of other multiversal planets and create all this one world called Battle World. All right, we're down to our last three pops, and these are all X-Men characters. So this first one, I've shown this one before. This is the White Queen in her Emma Frost in her diamond skin version. In the comics, all the mutants went through a second mutation in the early 2000s, and one of her second abilities was to turn her skin into rock hard diamond. She already has telepathy. And so this was the second mutation of her, and she had her powers. And if you see on the side, you can kind of get how she originally looks without the rock hard skin. This is an exclusive Previews magazine Halloween edition version of the White Queen Emma Frost. Fan favorite X-Men, of course. You cannot mention the X-Men without mentioning Storm. Once again, the Weather Witch herself, unique power to control the weather. And always up on the fashion, and has so many different hairstyles. I think she's had the most stylistic changes out of all the X-Men. And she's kind of changed through the genres and decades. This is the Halle Berry movie version of Storm from the X-Men original movies. So there's rumors that Storm may or may not appear in Black Panther 2, or they may allude to it. I would love to see who will be a person that will play Storm now. Drop a comment below and let me know who would be your top choice to play Storm to kind of continue this legacy in the MCU now. And finally, last but not least, is a X-Men character not many may be familiar with. One of the youngest X-Men characters at the time when she was introduced was a young lady named Kitty Pryde, also known as Shadow Cat. She also had a really unique ability. She had the ability to walk through any objects. She can kind of make her body like not necessarily translucent, but she can kind of, she called it phasing. She could phase through anything. And one of the things she would phase through was technology. When she goes through technology, it all breaks down. So on one of her many adventures, they went to like this world hopping adventure, and they found this little dragon, and his name is Lockheed. And Lockheed kind of took a liking to Kitty and kind of just stayed with her. She kept him as a pet, and he's been around for years. So now Kitty is actually all grown up, and she runs a group of X-Men called the Marauders. And what they do is like they go out on land and in ships, and they search for other mutants to bring to the mutant nation of Krakoa. Like right now, Krakoa is the new home of the mutants. They have a whole island to themselves. It's a living island. So she travels back and forth, kind of smuggling mutants into the island and also sending products out. And this is an exclusive previews edition of Kate Pryde, Shadow Cat, with Lockheed. And this is a really specific pose. It comes from the first issue of the Marauders, a variant cover, when she's holding her fists up and she had tattooed on her fist, "Hold Fast." And it has, I love it has a little separate Lockheed that comes with it. This is the first animal and human character pop that I've seen before. All right, and those have been all my female Funko Pop characters. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a like and hit that notification bell, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'd love to know, what was your favorite Funko Pop that you saw? What are some that you think I missed that should have been mentioned in my collection? Or just even tell me, what are your favorite female characters overall? And until next time, peace. If you don't have it, you are truly missing it. What's up? We are talking about fiction in flow. What's up? If you don't have it, you are truly missing it. What's up? We are talking about fiction in flow. What's up? If you don't have it, you are truly missing it.